Hello, my name is Nicholas Rasmussen, and this is my American culture reaction video. I want to get with a start with a quote from the text to get a little more understanding into what I want to talk about for this little section. So the quote says, "The Nakarima have almost a pathological horror of and fascination with the mouth, the condition of which is believed to have supernatural influence on all social relationships. Were it not for the rituals of the mouth, they believe that their teeth would fall out, their gums bleed, their jaws shrink, and their friends desert them, and their lovers reject them." So this is a lot to unpack. And it was a huge culture shock to me reading this whole article talking about how they're giving these gifts to people to, in a sense, like hurt them, harm them to an extent, even when they're on their deathbed. They're going to a temple and giving gifts and just continuing to give gifts to get punished, and also excrete into a sacred cup. That was very culture shocking as well to think of. But on the same line of thought, it's just different, and I don't understand it. But that is their ultimate reality, that they believe these things to be true. And I also have an ultimate reality. So they believe that that's true, where I believe that something else is completely true. So there's this like common understanding that we all have an ultimate reality, and that even though it's different, they're closely related. And for them hearing that I'm a Christian, I go to church and I go to chapel and I do all these things, they would think I'm crazy, just in the same way that they think, or the way that I think what they're doing is crazy. So that was kind of a cool connection that I was able to make while I was reading, and I thought it was kind of interesting. Another culture that I'm a part of is TikTok. And TikTok is a place that we all know and love, obviously, but TikTok's often misunderstood, I think. I think it's a misunderstood place. And it's, I quoted in my outline here, only for young people, which I don't think it is. And I believe there's it's a hard place to get into. There's barriers that you have to break through to like understand it. And it's not just people doing dances, not just people dancing in public, doing cringy things, like little 12-year-olds doing crazy things, but it's an actual culture, which is crazy. It's something that you never think that the Chinese government would make for us, but it is what it is. And when it comes to TikTok, it doesn't really have a history. And I remember talking to Professor Cheeks about this when I brought up the fact that I wanted to do TikTok as my culture, and we were discussing about Vine, and we were both able to like relate on Vine, even though obviously one of us is 900 years old and the other one's 20, but the Vine was when I was 10 or 12, like that area, like 2 years of Vine, and then when they sold out, there wasn't really a Vine for a while. This short platform comedy was gone. And then it moved into Musical.ly when I was about, I think, 2015, 2016-ish. And then that was around for a little bit. And then TikTok kind of took over in 2018, and it's progressively got bigger and bigger and bigger. And something about the internet, more than anything, is just understanding it. And the age that we're in is so closely related to just having to understand these things, and if you don't understand them, you'll think it's weird. Kind of the same way that I thought that the Nakarima are weird people for pulling each other's teeth out, poking, prodding. The same exact thing. Obviously not, because one of us is dancing, like cringy dancing, but the other one. You got the point. But I genuinely think that there's a benefit to TikTok and the idea of like social media culture. It's a great thing. With COVID especially, there was no like social interaction really where I'm from. I'm from Washington, and we were really shut down, and coming here was a huge culture shock in its own sense. But the connection that you can have with people just understanding TikTok and making a reference to something is really good, and you're able to have this connection with somebody else right away. And it's kind of like an icebreaker in a sense. Some of the statistics I wrote down are from Orville.com, but there's over 620 or 689 million users monthly on TikTok worldwide. That's nearly, you're closing in on 1 billion people there. And there's been over 2 billion downloads worldwide, which is insane as well. And 62% of all users, even though we're imagining the users are young, the demographic is from 10 to 29. It's genuinely everybody's using it. And it's such a cool way that the internet is able to bring us together, especially during times like we were in and times right now, and just being able to connect over something that's goofy, it's silly, it's stupid, but it brings us together in a sense and creates this sense of culture that we were all missing for a while. And I think it's kind of a beautiful thing in that sense. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.